licks in the band. Legacy. Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting no licks in the band. Legacy. Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting no licks in the band. Legacy. Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting no licks in the band. Legacy. Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting no licks in the band. Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting no licks in the band. Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family.
Welcome back to the Riddletorium. Do not fear. Your friend has not been harmed. Before I allow you to see her, however, riddle me this. Riddle me this. What kind of question can only be asked upon reflection? Good luck.
Missing something?
Close, but it's not quite on the dot.
Is there a dot anymore?
Almost there, Batman. But you haven't quite made my mark. Heavens above! Will you ever figure it out? Ever.
Come on, I can do this.
Well, it seems you have earned the right to see your friend. Why, she'll be as surprised as I am that you've made it this far.
Finally.
Oh, good. You're back. Eddie wouldn't show me whatever deranged parlor game he's got waiting behind that door until you arrived.
I'll get you out of here.
I'm sorry, do I seem testy? It's probably something to do with the gorgeous necklace Eddie picked out for me. Have you seen it? It explodes.
Oh, I do hope you two are getting along. Because you'll need to work together if you want to find the key hidden in here. Find the key.
Found it.
Wow, this looks creepy. Someone's been reading feng shui for serial killers. Oh, great. Extra trapped. As if the collar wasn't enough.
Oh, Batman, Catwoman, neither of you is getting out of there without the other's help.
Oh, look. It's more of Eddie's homemade friends.
Your mockery is pointless, Cat. I don't have any friends at all.
1, 4, 3, 1, 4.
You simply won't solve this one unless you can see things from each other's point of view.
Unless I gotta switch to Batman.
Well, there we go. It's settled. You're not quite as dumb as each other. Congratulations, Batman. Catwoman, you're lagging behind. You're lagging behind.
3, 4. One, 3, 5, 4, 2, 4. Sorry. 1, 5.
Oh, Dark Knight. I can barely describe to you what a pleasure it is to see your brow furrow over the simplest of conundrums. I do apologize for not creating a riddle that you can merely
Wanna help?
into submission. Here, why don't you take out your primitive frustrations on my automated assistant?
Play Batman.
Well then, it seems you've earned another key.
This is going to take all night, isn't it? Well, that was fun.
Hey, I might soon fully upgrade this. Well, not the Batmobile. But I need it in... Let's see. About suit.
least I got to hit something.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. I don't need your concern. Just your help getting this thing off.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet, you two. Dark Knight, my next challenge can be found beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Conveniently located for when you pass out due to mental exhaustion.
Mental exhaustion.
Yeah, you guys know. Okay, let's go to the hospital.
Hey, Bats. When did Catwoman get so cute? Must have been when I started looking out of your eyes. Hmm? You gonna ask her out or what?
Riddle me.
Riddler's next trial's in Bristol. He's losing Alfred, and that makes him dangerous.
Perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing court trip.
Time to find the commander and shut this place down.
That's it, Batman. Clear out these roads. We'll need the room when we fight.
The preliminaries are done with, Dark Knight. I hope you understand that. Oh, had I so wished, you'd have failed before you had even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle. But no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance, you understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now, well, I'm not going easy on you anymore.
Which dream?
Another racetrack detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You merely entered a brave new world of my design. I control these. That ceiling applies 300 dead bats of pressure, Detective. I invented the measurement myself. I built this course in a sewer, Detective. You needed the home team advantage. Careful, Detective. I'd like the car to be working when I'm done. Turn around, you dark knucklehead. Very good, Dark Knight. Again! Careful now, Batman. You didn't go to all the trouble of painting that thing just the right shade of black in order to scuff it. Have you noticed, Batman? The walls of inevitability are closing in. That's it. I'm cranking it up. 500 dead bats of pressure. You know, I think the wheels on that thing might actually be as thick as your skull. Feeling claustrophobic, Detective? Get ready for the final lap. What a fitting end for you, Detective. A stain on my floor. You'll be crushed, flattened, pulverized. Any second now. I can see it, Detective. You're miscalculating corners, swerving through straights. It's time. 1,000 dead bats of pressure. You know, it takes a very special ant to crush itself underfoot. Enough! Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight, and I can't quite bring myself to stop the fun so soon. Your next key awaits.
Oh, good. Part.
Riddle.
And here we go.
More challenges left, and we get her back.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You proved yourself able to follow simple directions. I must say, Dark Knight, that your desperate fumblings have exceeded my admittedly rather meager expectations. I am impressed. This must be how naturalists felt upon observing chimpanzees using tools for the first time. Did you know, Detective, that the cleverest chimps can even obey simple instructions? It's true. Let's try it, shall we? Go to Gotham Casino for your next test, and I'll give you a banana.
Mocking me.
Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually
What's going on in there?
Who joined? Oh, Cameron the Rowe. Is that his girlfriend?
Fuck, they doing in there?
moved from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else. Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. Hurry along, Dark Knight. This isn't rocket science. Stumped, Dark Knight? I can see your brain flying through the possibilities.
No, I'm actually really puzzled.
Come now, Dark Knight. Don't force me to eject you from the chamber.
Eject you from the chamber.
something that I didn't want to do. Check YouTube. Okay, Catman, 5th key. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so you're meant to, yeah, go in, go down. Well, that's easy. Not really what I expected.
How do you know when a bat is bested? When it turns tail and flies away.
Didn't mean to go. Take me back now.
Ah, Dark Knight, back for another attempt? Good. I'm sure that punching idiots and blowing up tanks will have really aided your lateral thinking. Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. Very good, Dark Knight. Since you insist on dressing like a flying rat, I thought I'd put those abilities to the test.
How'd you do that one then? That is so stupid. I don't know what to do. Impossible.
That's 2 down, Detective. Do be careful of the death trap en route to the next one. The only mammals capable of flight. Since all you do is glide, you're actually a variety of squirrel. Contrary to popular belief, very few bats survive on blood. Most species subsist on insects, whereas you prefer to live off undeserved praise.
More cabinets. Great. I love this part.
Oh, this is too tense to watch. Thank goodness I'm recording it for posterity. Thank goodness. Come on, detective! Detect! Good luck, Catwoman. Given Batman's limited...
Okay, time to possibly maybe die.
Come on.
Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another...
How many keys I got? How many keys I got? I got 5.
Key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, detective.
Oh, good. More fun.
Catwoman, this evening is not about you. Wait, Batman. Wait for... Well, Dark Knight Detective, you have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming.
1 second, participants, yes, me. Yep, that's correct.
But not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting.
Just wanna take my gun out here and just go bang, bang, bang.
I'm going back to the orphanage. Celine is waiting.
I can only imagine what cruel game Mr. Nigma has in store for you and Miss Kyle.
Have you seen Batman's car? It turns into a tank. Where the hell does he get that stuff? It's obvious.
It doesn't take much to tame a cat. Make them...
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 13 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room's waiting.
Why did they design it like that? I love that picture. I'm not saying anything wrong with it.
Greetings to my costume contestants. Your next challenge is simple. Guide an electric charge to its destination. I hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Another one? What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania, crossed with severe obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Move over, would you?
The counterweights move further when I step on the pad.
You are getting older. Maybe it's time to add a few extra notches to the utility belt.
Yeah? Yeah. Can't seem to get it up.
dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
You do it. You still owe me for Arkham City.
Goodness, you figured it out already. Well, you better grab that. Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities.
Leave the blue ones to me.
There's more where that came from, Batman. I've built a highly efficient production line.
Leave the blue ones to me.
All the danger of battle combined with all the fun of riddles. You can thank me after.
Leave those ones to me.
You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. Because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you.
Riddle that kills you.
3 left. Okay, let's do this.
Eddie really...
7.
hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally? After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight, nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too.
What's going on up there?
Great news, Bats. I was just hanging out in hell, you know, because you killed me and sent me there, and you'll never guess why.
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirit, sir. I'm very confident.
Totally cool with Cat Lady having a go on the oath.
Big of flatness! I'm going! Run!
The unexamined life is not worth living, Detective. And I've been wondering why I let you aggravate me so. You're a cheat and a liar. A dressed-up strongman playing with expensive toys. World's greatest detective, ha! And everyone from Gotham to Star City believes it. I cannot abide a fraud, Detective. A dilettante masquerading amongst his intellectual betters, stealing every last scrap of appreciation, dignity, and respect. Welcome, Detective, to the drain I'm going to figuratively and quite possibly literally flush you down. The goal of this aquatic examination could not be simpler, Detective. Lower the water like so. Before that, however, it's time for a riddle. Riddle me this, Detective. What do bats do when they're at home? Not quite, detective. Don't leave me hanging, detective. The answer is right above your nose.
Riddle me this. What's dead? You!
That's not a riddle, that's just a statement.
Welcome, detective, to the drain I'm going to figuratively and quite possibly literally flush you down. The goal of this aquatic examination could not be simpler, detective. Lower the water like so. Before that, however, it's time for a riddle. Riddle me this, detective. What do bats do when they're at home? That's one Batman. The water might be lower, but you're still out of your depth. Look at you, detective. Hanging there in that hideous machine like a particularly ugly chandelier. You know, detective, if I'd rigged that grapple point to detach, you could be dead in a moment. But where would the satisfaction be in that? You will be your own downfall, detective. I have no doubt. Another switch? Why, the water is almost as low as Catwoman's chances of freedom. Why don't you celebrate with my friends? You know what? I wanted you to destroy the robot. I did. It's all part of my immaculately constructed master plan. So there.
didn't I?
Your death was inevitable, I'm afraid. A statistical certainty.
I wanted you to destroy the robots. I did. It's all part of my immaculately constructed master plan. So there. Not quite, detective.
Detective.
Excellent. You are barely keeping up to the precise degree my equations predict.
The drone sensors are temporarily disabled, but I can only hack one at a time. So the previous drone will be back online.
You know, the line between perfectly designed riddle and unfair death trap really comes down to user error.
Hey, Eddie. Can't we play a different game? This one's getting old.
Which cabinet, kitty cat?
Here's hoping Eddie hasn't started cheating.
You picked the Head Explodes card. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Do not.
Fuck.
Hey, Eddie. can't we play a different game? This old.
Can you trust him, Catwoman?
Can you trust?
Here's hoping Eddie hasn't started cheating. And they say black cats are bad luck.
Another key, well done. Of course, you'll lose all 9 lives in an instant should I push this detonator.
Another door unlocked. What a surprise.
Okay, let's get that.
I have always been the smartest man in the room, Detective, forced to endure the suspicions and mockery of those whose meager mental faculties prohibited them from appreciating that fact. And then you appear in Gotham, dressing up your cognitive capabilities marginally superior as they are to that of the average hoodlum, in the guise of a crusading hero. And oh, how the people swooned. To the orphanage, hero! It's time to rejoin Catwoman for another trial.
Selena's still trapped at the orphanage. Together, we'll get her out.
Batman! It's not a freaking cage! Shocking. Oh, God. Come on, get us out of here! Looks like it's all on Scarecrow now.
It doesn't take much to tame a cat.
I said I'd get you out of here.
I know. It's just... nothing. Let's get to the next room, okay? Before my head explodes. So Joker dies, takes half the crime in Gotham with him, and I don't hear from you for months. What's that about?
I've been busy.
Mm-hmm. Look, I know you two were close, but you've got to get...
Pardon? What's wrong?
See ya, I gotta go.